Good morning all. I thought I would show you some of the area around the villa. It's just so beautiful around here. I'm about 2, maybe 3 kilometres away from the villa. This is the third vehicle that has passed me since I left the villa, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go on a little bit further. Again, excuse the bumps. The water you can see over there is a large reservoir where a lot of people go fishing and everything like that. And I'm going to go on the back road back to the villa and basically just show you what it's like around here. It's actually very nice to be able to get out and be in the fresh air in the sunshine and just puddle around on my wheelchair. Yes, I know I get strange looks because they don't see any wheelchairs over here. Look at the beautiful flowers, and these are just growing wild. It's gorgeous. There's also some that look like a petunia. They have the same sort of trumpet flower as a petunia, and they grow wild too. Beautiful around here. So now we're turning off at the main road, so now it gets even quieter. But there are no white lines for me to sneak inside because there is some water, it's marshy and reedy around here. And we were told that there is no problem really with water in this area, which is quite handy because they grow an awful lot of stuff. But they do use a lot of what they call agricultural or irrigation water. And I'm sure from the smell, it comes from the sewer. Plants thrive on it, so I don't see any big problem with it. And you can see sort of the properties around and the not very big roads but big polytunnels, and it's very nice. I still need to learn what some of the trees and the vegetation are. I think I now know almond and I know olive. I'm not sure what these ones are. I think I also know a fig tree. But there's just so many, and it's difficult to actually know what they all are. But these have got fruit coming on them. I'll see if I can get a bit closer. Somebody show me some fruit. Oh, there's some sort of little buds growing on there, but I don't know what they are. So, but it's ever so noisy, as you can hear. The roads are so busy, as you can see. I mean, it's really a horrible place to live. And just look at the countryside. I mean, you can see the water. It's just beautiful. And then you get huge big villas like that one up there, They do tend to build their villas on at least 2 floors, if not more. I went to visit the hospital yesterday. When I went inside, I was on ice cream. But the road up from the plaza to obviously the old town was at Carpac. The hills were so steep. There was a bit in the middle for sort of wheeled vehicles, but either side on one of them it was steps. And me being a wicked person thought, once Sugar Daddy's a bit mobile, I could make him do a cardiovascular workout. But that was not planting new trees. Olive trees, I have read, will go on for years and years, and I mean hundreds of years. And you can see some of the ones that we're coming on here. I'll show you some that look to me like they are very old because of their trunks. There's one over there, and the trunk is fairly thick, which makes me think it's quite an old tree. And there's a few along here that are like that. The other day, when I came this way, there was a car parked up there, and the man was looking after the olive trees on the left. Sorry this is jumping around a bit, but I'm trying to hold it with 2 fingers on a hand that's getting cramped. But hey, such is life, such is life. But it's that they grow, the olive trees are very sort of gnarly. There's one over here that's really quite thick, as you can see. It's, you know, definitely quite thick. And even more pretty flowers. Again, just weeds, but the purple one is rather nice. Mind you, so is the blue. So I feel very lucky to be living here. The flowers I was telling you about, they are a bit like a petunia. It's not quite as trumpety as a petunia, but similar sort of thing. I don't know if they're related because I know very little about, I suppose it's botany. Know quite a lot about human biology, but that's because I've got a disreputable past, I think they call it. But never mind, that's for another day. These are obviously newer olive trees, and the guy who owns them was pruning them the other day when I came around. And they also grow, or you find, clumps of sugar cane around, which is great because they don't actually grow it for the sugar. They grow it so they don't have to buy canes if they need to support anything. And we've got some in the garden. And then there is a fig tree with some figs growing on it. So my sister-in-law would be very happy because she loves fresh figs. I'm in fact eating fig jam at the moment when I do have jam, which is quite tasty. So I don't know that I'm going to be good enough to actually start doing things like make my own jam and preserves and chutneys and things. Another olive tree that looks like it could be a fair few years old, from a couple of them actually, from the actual thickness of the trunk, you know. So some firewood if anybody ever needs it. We're lucky with the villa we're in, we actually have central heating, which was one of the main reasons we chose it, because at the time we needed the heating. We had been cold in the last villa, and Sugar Daddy had not long come out of hospital with pneumonia, so we thought central heating would be a good idea. So we have to consider him, you know. He is only 95 after all, so, you know. But it's gorgeous. What you can see in the distance is the little villa, which is the other side of the valley from us. Whose name I don't actually know at the moment. Excuse me, but you can come back through that village from Thaheen, which is the main town near us. Actually, we're fairly close to 3 towns. There's Calaspara de Cruz, or de la Cruz, sorry, Thaheen, which is spelled C-E-H-E-G-I-N, so it's totally confusing, and Calaspara. There are seemingly a couple of Welsh contingents on the urbanisations in Calaspara.